You got a knife and I got a gun. Come on, jump.
Yeah, well, come on with it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I got you.
Wow.
One shot, you're done.
Right. Look, I'm lunging to stab you, and all you do is flex your wrist. Boom, fight over. Next. What did Thor do when he hit the rock monster in the movie with his hammer? Boom, he shattered him. He said, next.
When Ric Flair said, I'm the dirtiest player in the game.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So there is no such thing. You know, there's an old movie. I don't know if either of you have seen it. It's called Assault at West Point. Great movie. It has Samuel Jackson in it. I forgot that brother's name that was in there, but he was on a few episodes of The Cosby Show, too. But anyway, it was about Cadet Whitaker. He was the first black naval cadet to go to West Point.
Okay.
And so his white cohorts, they set him up, they assaulted him and tied him up like a pig and all that kind of stuff and nicked his ears and all that kind of stuff. They actually tried to make people believe that this man did this to himself.
Oh, yeah.
But Samuel Jackson made a very profound statement in the movie. He said, the law is not about the truth. It's about who manipulates the facts the best.
Come on now.
And that's what it's all about.
Ooh.
There is, like I said, we seek justice
deep,
from unjust people.
Right.
You will never get that. You will never get that.
Wow.
How can you get $1 from Jump Street if I ain't got $1 in my pocket?
Come on now. Jump Street.
You don't make one?
Can I ask you to
make one? You don't need one for me. You can make your own $1.
Right. Can I ask you to repeat that again? Because that's a great note to end this show. So say that again. I love that.
About the West Point thing?
Yep.
Okay.
What Samuel Jackson say?
Samuel Jackson was talking to the Cadet Whitaker, the one who was on trial, and he said, but it's not. He said it's not the truth. He said, you don't understand something. He said the law is not about the truth. He said the law is about who manipulates the facts the best. And that's what it is.
That is the truth.
Look at all these innocent people in prison.
Look at all these
guilty people walking free. It's not about facts. They're about, look, they don't build prisons to sit up and rust and get and gain cobwebs and stuff. They build prisons to put people in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Prisons are nothing but mass slavery.
That's all it is. That was just when they got rid of slavery, they had to think of another way to have cheap labor.
And the NCAA used as they monitored.
You stole my thunder. Get out my head. I was just getting ready to say professional sports, college sports. All this is part of the slave system.
The NCAA came out and admitted it.
Yes. Well, why do you think that the kids can make all the money for the universities, but they can't receive any gifts or anything?
Isn't that horrible?
They don't share in the profits that they generate. They don't get paid for them.
Okay, but here's my thing. So at what point do you tell the parents, why would you allow your child to go there to this school and make all this money for them, and he can't make any money for himself until after he graduates, with his body now damaged from 4 years of playing college basketball or football or whatever.
Well, the parents have hoop dreams through the kids.
Right, but we need to wake up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, it's that mind manipulation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, the psyche is already damaged, so they're just going to damage the body to match the mind.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the parents are looking for things too.
Yeah.
Parents want a house, cars, jobs, all the stuff that they usually offer. They've been given to the white people forever. Of course, they don't give as much to the black ones. But who was the brother? Dupree. It was a 30 for 30 on ESPN. It said the greatest running back the world never knew. It was about the brother's name, last name is Dupree. I forgot his name, but anyway, Marcus Dupree, back in the 80s. His mother just wanted a double wide trailer. They got her that. But do you realize how cheap you let these people off? These people have,
thank you.
Lord knows how much money they got, okay?
Isn't that horrible?
But they got her that. But Marcus got hurt several times. He wasn't the prospect that he was before he got injured and stuff.
Exactly.
So they got off cheap, and they did what they do to everybody. See, once they use you up, they throw you away. And it's nothing but a revolving door process of them using people. That's all it is.
Professional prostitution.
For lack of a better term.
NCAA used the prison system to justify what they were doing to these college athletes. And I put the stuff on my Facebook page.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's just something that we as blacks, we really need to just freaking wake up. And this is one of the reasons why we're doing this talk show, because there are things that you have not been exposed to, truths that just like Jump Street said, that has been hidden from us. But at some point, guys, you got to wake up and say, you know what, this ain't working. I need to find out what's going to work best for me and my family.
Lynda, like on these airwaves, we did the entertainment stuff, like on the In the Mix show,
right?
The Afternoon Blackout, other shows. We did the entertainment stuff, but don't get it twisted. Hey, John, we came with information, and we talked about social issues.
Right now, the conversation we have right now, these were daily topics on this.
Daily,
exactly, right. So my question is, so how do we start getting these conversations out and having them among the masses?
Well, we gotta just keep doing it here. Maybe it can start here.
Yeah.
Maybe it can go out there, because you can let's do it on your cell phone.
Come on now.
Your computer. You can get in your car and hook it up.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere got to start it.
Right.
Because it's like the ignorance is winning.
It's running rampant.
Yeah, and it needs to stop.
Right.
The intelligence needs to step in and just let the air out the ignorance.
I like that too.
I came off the top of the head.
Right. Well, guys, I appreciate Jump Street you coming in as my co-host on the air via the phone. General Vader as my sound engineer and co-host. Thank you again. Shout out to Marsha Parks from Haywood Hoosman Realty for stopping by.
A real good guest.
Absolutely. Didn't she give us some great knowledge, people? Yeah. And this woman came from huge Fortune 500 corporate America. And you heard her say she would never go back.
Never go back to corporate
Never
America.
go back. So if you want to find out how to make some extra income, check out my beginner's guide to investing in Canadian and U.S. pot stocks. No broker needed, no minimum purchase. It's available here at the station. You can holler at me here if you want to stop by, pick up a copy. They're $10 signed and autographed if you pick them up from me. If you stop by Hypnotic on Patterson in Florissant, you can pick up a copy there. You can also get it on Amazon in paperback and also Kindle. Any last words for my audience today? Jump Street, any last words for our listening audience?
Well, I would just say that I pray in the name of God and Almighty Jesus Christ that we unify, come together, and extend these conversations into actions, because this is something that is sorely lacking in our community and has been for quite some time, forever really. But let's just take it further. Let's not just talk about it. Let's be about it, and let's get some action behind the words.
There you go. All right. I like that. General Vader?
Embrace your culture, love yourself, respect yourself. And before we leave out of here, Ms. Brown, I want to plug the shows. If it's okay.
Please do, absolutely.
Monday, check out the DCS show, Dirty Quartet show, with my man Dirty. Mondays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. right here on Ferguson, USA, HotTalkRadio.com, and you can also see it on the Facebook page. Arlington Lane come in with Inner Zone Sports Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Wednesday, we do it wrestling up here, y'all. We give it to you Wildin' Out Wrestling, Wildin' Out Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Shaft and Big Daddy D. And then from 8 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m., you have Dirty with Commissioner Jim Harris with the MMWA Talk Show. All MMWA wrestling promotion news and situations as they take place. And believe it or not, Jim Harris will allow you to call in and take your opinions about what kind of matches you want to see down at South Broadway. And Lynda Brown, I'm telling you, I just want everybody, especially a lot of our people, get on code, appreciate yourself, and motivate, reach one, teach one.
There you go.
We are better than what the media say we are.
Right.
And sisters, quit getting out here on public platforms, tearing down your man.
Right.
They're laughing at you.
Right. And again, we just want to reach out to the city of Ferguson, Missouri. This is your radio station.
Yeah, our community, your station.
Our community, your station. So don't tell me you don't have a voice, because guess what?
You have one
now
here.
You have
we're
a voice.
all over Facebook, all over social media. So don't say you don't have a voice.
Absolutely.
Before we do Outside the Ring, Sham, talk about a few news items
Absolutely.
before we get right off into the show.
Absolutely.
And we don't mind if you call in and talk about it.
Right.
You know, because
we want to hear you talk about it.
We want you to have a voice.
Right. We want to know what it is you would like to hear us talk about, and we want to hear your comments about the things that are going on in this world because they concern you.
Yeah,
so
you have to live in this world.
Absolutely.
And there are situations around you, some out of your control, some things that we can't control and fix in our community.
Exactly. And again, you don't have to ever share your name. We can just use you as caller. Caller, what say you? And you just tell us what you think. And again, like he said, we're on Facebook. We're also we're global, guys. We're internet. Hot Talk Radio is the biggest thing online.
You can rewatch the shows. If you missed the show, you didn't get a chance to enjoy the live effect, go to the Ferguson USA Hot Talk FM page, and you can pick up Miss Brown's show, and you can rewatch the whole thing.
Yep, you can do the on-demand.
The program I did called The Jam, all we did was salute Prince and look back on his legacy. Yep. I talked about a few social issues and some news items.
Right.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And the question of the day that I put out, in a relationship, if the money ain't right, can you survive? My answer is no.
Well, okay, and on that note, we're gonna call it a day.
Get your money right.
Right, because like I said, I'm like Jump Street said something. He said we got to get our money right because how can we leave the U.S. if we don't have any money? That's what you know what I'm saying. If I want you guys to think about this before I let you go. Now we just had the U.S. bomb Syria last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting on Russia and Iran's response. If they attack the U.S., do you have 6 weeks worth of food, 6 weeks worth of water? Do you have money? Do you have money at your disposal? Because ATMs might not be working, banks might be closed. I'm going to be doing a show about survival. I am actually I have a friend that works for Wise Food Company. They do the survival food, and we're going to try to get one of them to come on to call in and talk about what you need to do to prepare if something does happen. Because again, is this something that we're talking about as a community, guys?
Yeah, we need to talk about these things. Survival, means survival at all times. Wherever you're at.
You know what? I'm going to go to the book of Bob Law on this one, and I'll be done. He said, great people don't talk about greatness. They're just too busy being great.
All right now.
I said, okay.
That's a note.
Okay. That's, yeah.
They
don't have time to talk about being great. They're just being great.
Just doing it. And can I tell you something? One thing that I tell people all the time, if I had stopped doing what I was doing because I was concerned about what people were saying or thinking, I never would have accomplished what I've accomplished.
I don't trip out.
Absolutely.
Nobody have to say.
And I think that's the first thing that we have to get past, that fear of what will people think. When you have that mindset, I don't give a
jump out their own face, baby.
What people think, you're on your way.
I don't jump off the critics. Say what you want. I'm going to do like them. Throw my arms up like, hey, that's your opinion. I'm going to keep moving.
Absolutely.
I don't have time to entertain your pity party.
Exactly.
I don't want to be there.
Well, I want to give a shout out to all of my Lynda D Brown Facebook peeps because I've had like 40 of them that came on here.
And the Ferguson chat
Jerry
room
Aikens, thank you for
friends.
tuning in. Mary Cochran, my cousin. I've got so many people that called in. And then over here on the Facebook,
the Ferguson
page. Oh my goodness, Tammy Harden.
Hey,
Andrea
Tammy.
Bless Me, Lorraine Bell. DeAndre, Dre Baby Berry.
All right.
All
that's
right.
Little brother.
Thank you so much. Jason Spurgeon.
Hey,
so
that's dirty.
So again, guys, this is your radio station.
We had a hot show today.
A hot show every Sunday.
I'm burning up in the hot
All
seat.
Right. Jump Street, again, thank you so much for calling in and being my co-host. Your knowledge is always appreciated.
You done stole my co-host from in the mix.
We can share. We can share.
Yeah, I guess we can share you, man, right?
Yeah, I like to spread the wealth, man.
Absolutely.
We all love each other. We all love each other.
Absolutely.
And Lynda, what you say earlier, we're all in this together.
We all in this together.
Did you hear that, Dirty? I know he's listening.
Yeah. We are the Ferguson tribe.
Oh,
right?
one show that's right. One show I forgot to plug. I want Dirty to have a fit.
Okay.
Family Time.
Oh, absolutely.
Dirty come up with his daughter, Princess